did matter more than some people like to say.
Still, the fact of the matter is they did kind of games.
Well, it wasn't just the games that was the issue. As I stated before, the toxic management of within the company is also to blame.
Right, that is another major point, but
the
still.
employees were run ragged, worked a lot of overtime. There was no incentive to be creative or actually try to go above and beyond. They weren't managing their employees well, and many of them were feeling quite down about it. The worst part, I think, about the closure of the company is that they had just that less than a week ago, according to some of the sources I read, they had obtained new employees.
And they what?
Yeah, TellTale Games less than a week ago acquired new employees, and they're already being let off without tenure.
Wow.
Without tenure, without any sort of.
Just wow.
Yep, no retire. They can't file for unemployment because most of them are contract workers. It's the very definition of they are up Schitt's Creek without a paddle, and there isn't anything that they can do about it. Again, some other companies have been more than willing to step up and offer these former game employees positions in their company. Many of them were smaller companies. Again, the biggest one being EA, but we're just at this point we're just rehashing stuff.
Right.
But this all happened very suddenly. There was no indication to the employees that TellTale Games is about to go under. It just happened. And that's bad.
Right. And I hope the workers actually get. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it's all good. Take your time.
I hope the workers actually get their get new jobs or are able to get through this.
Oh.
And considering how the U.S. is right now, that's not very good that they got fired, and especially from what I assume was a fairly decent paying job.
We can hope. We can always hope that it paid well. But many of them aren't going to be getting any paycheck this week due to the high costs of living in the area that they worked in. I think it was the Bay Area, they said. Many of them were living paycheck to paycheck.
Yeah, and that's not very good. Most people live that way, but still, the fact that they just got fired and are now having to scramble to look for a job.
Some of them transferred in from out of state, out of country, across the country. Many now they've got nowhere to go, and they're just really, really in a bad way right now. Many of them have families. Again, I mentioned that one employee who was hired less than a week prior. They have they're in a bad way right now. So if right now, the message right now I'm trying to get out there is if anybody in that specific area can give these guys a hand, that'd be wonderful.
Yeah, I have a feeling we'll probably talk about this on Nerd Talks, possibly after the Destiny 2 topic, which Sonic's been wanting to do. Yeah, but still, if you do know any way to help the people out, please do.
But it's not just that. I mean, this has happened. I know this has happened. Really bring this to mind. There's no guarantee that it can't happen to any other number of smaller companies.
Right.
Well, let's think about some of the companies that we know, enjoy, and love, and would hate to see go under. Remember when Minecraft was big? It was just a small company Mojang. Oh,
Yeah.
What if they had gone under? We wouldn't have Minecraft anymore.
We'd still have Minecraft. It's just a matter of as to when the company went down, as to which version of Minecraft we'd have. Because people would still have the files for the game and be distributing them.
Yes, there would be.
Like, you can't deny there are people that probably have the game illegitimately from a friend.
Oh, I won't deny that. I just realized that nobody's health is going up. I accidentally switched from regen stance to shield stance. Great. I'm an idiot. I'm playing one of the more complicated jobs in this game, and I fucked it horribly because I didn't realize I was in the wrong stance. That's horrible of me. This is not doing any wonders for my focus.
No, it's not. You see why we very quickly stopped doing this, where we would play games while we were doing Nerd Talks. You see why we quickly stopped that?
Like, I'm starting to. Like, I haven't done much with the channel lately, and this goes after moving. I still haven't really found time to plug in my Xbox. I just haven't really wanted to.
Plug in your Xbox. Me, Shadow, and Floyo have been playing the hell out of Destiny 2. But I will mention the fucking grind is bad.
I thought you guys didn't like Destiny 2.
They fixed it, and after playing the DLC, aside from the grind, we do like it.
Great, so I'll have to install it again.
Yep. And you'll have to get the DLC. Which, by the way, Shadow already got the DLC.
I think I have the season pass, so it shouldn't be an issue.
So you should already have the Forsaken DLC?
I pre-ordered it, don't forget.
Alright.
This is when
we are getting way off topic, so...
We've already gone
off
topic.
Else?
We might as well continue to talk for the next couple of minutes, since I still have another few minutes to complete this dungeon.
You sure?
Yeah. I've been kind of out of the loop since I haven't really done much with you guys. I've been paying for my Final Fantasy subscription and actually, for once, trying to get the most out of my subscription.
Right. I get that. Oh, anything else you want to talk about?
What's going on with your channel lately?
Well, we recently reached... let me pull it up. I think we reached 190? I can't remember.
I actually gained 3 new subscribers myself. Mind you,
nice.
Mind you, all I do is occasionally put out unedited streams.
Yeah, I'm actually probably about to be doing that the same. But I'm probably going to make sure to keep them in order.
Okay, look. You're talking about that. That was the first time I'd ever uploaded. I tried to mass upload. You all know what happens. I don't know why you're still harping about it. I haven't made the same mistake twice.
And you guys don't keep harping on me for being a bad tank?
You don't tank anymore.
I don't, but still. You guys still harp on me for being a bad tank.
We don't.
I still get shit about it from Shadow.
We joke about it. Yes.
And what do you think I am doing? I'm teasing you about the fucking upload. But aside from the... I know you did nothing wrong. But it's still fun to tease you. Anyway, but
yeah. I am like one step shy of finding you.
Sure, you know where I used to live. You don't know where I currently live. Anyway, but the channel's now that the page is pulled up, we've recently reached 191 subscribers.
Nice.
The channel is going through a bit of rework and a bit of a hiatus due to, well, I may have had to get a new sound card.
Ouch.
Eventually soon going to have to be getting a new video card, or not really getting a new video card. My dad's sending me an old one that he used. That's much better than the one I am currently using. So I might be able to finish that Let's Play of Just Cause 3 or just do it as a live stream, because holy fuck, Just Cause 3 has so much content!
Yeah, I was considering trying to get back into The Witcher.
You could probably talk to the Shadow about that one.
Well, I've learned a little more about it since I last played it, and I reignited my interest, so now I have to definitely put my Xbox on. I did get a new job recently, actually. I don't know if I've talked to you about it.
Last time we talked, I want to say it was 2 months ago.
Yeah, so I had just gotten the new job, but I hadn't moved to my new location yet. So for those who aren't in the know, I got a job at a grocery store, and it's exclusive to the southeast region of the United States. It's called Publix. The company values its employees. Very nice to work for. They actually pay their employees with stock options after you work there for so long. Oh, sweet.
That's pretty nice.
Well, I see an issue with that, and that is since the stock can't be sold on the stock exchange, you can only sell your stock back to Publix. But it's basically like a mini retirement. It's like a mini retire. Oh, sweet, free pet.
You're getting distracted again.
Well, I mean loot tables. It's basically like you looking forward to your retirement, and that's actually a pretty nice thing.
Right.
My issue is, I just got I was hired for the new store they built north of me, for the which is the store that's actually further away from where I did my training.
Oh, nice.
Well, that's not nice because that means I now have a longer drive.
Oh.
It's only 20 minutes, but it used to be less than 5. Well, they started me at $12 an hour, which is nice, and now my only complaints about them right now are since it's just past opening week at this new store that they just opened, they have 1 million different managers in there, and all of them have a different way of doing things. So every way I do something, it's wrong. Thank God some of them are finally going home. I don't know if any of them are going to see this, but I want to let them all know right now that first week was hell. I am unashamed of saying this. I'm not going to name any directly, but they know who they are. That shelf was completely fine. That shelf was perfectly straight. I don't know why you kept finding things wrong with it.
Oh, boy. Sir, you sure you don't want to edit this part out?
Nah, it's kind of an in joke at this point. They're aware.
Right.
They're aware I was upset that they kept finding issue with the shelf. I did perfectly fine. I say upset. It was more like what they're doing is the district manager keeps popping by, and he wants everything to stay like it was on opening day. So he wants the store to remain perfect, and I understand that, and that's fine. But
right, it gives a good view to the public.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to go into too much more detail because they had this big thing about insider information. I know this isn't insider information, but I want to stay away from the topic before I edge into it. Basically, if I say anything that Publix doesn't want me to say, I can get fired.
Okay.
But that's the same everywhere. Well, I finished my dungeon. Let's recap this conversation real quick now that I actually am not doing anything you can think. So, TellTale Games, as of yesterday, on the 21st, announced that it had
September 2018.
Yep, September 21st, 2018, announced that it had gone bankrupt and fired 250 employees. The remaining any unfinished projects, such as The Wolf Among Us Season 2, as an example, were trashed. The Walking Dead final season, the final game, season, episode 2 that they have already finished, will be released on schedule. In fact, I think it's out now. but it will not be finished. And